I would like to thank everybody for coming today. Thank you very, very much. It's a nice turnout for a groundbreaking, and hopefully in the springtime, next spring, we can have a ribbon cutting where the new museum will be open. Actual construction will probably start in a month or so, month and a half, when the big shovels come in, and we replace the little shovels with the big shovels. We'll start digging our foundation. But we figured this would be a nice day to do it. Won't be real hot, and everybody's here this time of the year where they would disappear in the summer. It would be harder to get them. So we're having the groundbreaking a little bit early, but we're all excited about it. It's a new beginning for the Iron Hill Museum and the Delaware Academy of Science. We're actually going to have a place that we can call home now. And with a lot of the programs that we run, we'll be expanding those, hiring some more people, and there's a certain group of people I want to thank before I turn it over to our president. We have the ceremonial shoveling. A couple of people I really want to thank. One of them, or actually two of them, is Bob Stark, who's here with us today, and Jim Neal, who's actually moved to Chicago. And I talked with him yesterday. I got a feeling I'm going to send videos and pictures to him. He's moved there where his daughter is, and so it will be, I've got a feeling that when you have the ribbon cutting, Jim will be here for that. So I still converse with him quite often on how the project is going. A couple of the people besides the people who are Wilson Construction and Knuckle Carbonell with Harold Judifine is here today. Dave Brody, Stephanie Hall Long, Maureen, who is our director right now, and our president, of course, Michael James. The biggest thank you goes to Mr. Tom Gordon, our county executive, who started this project and helped fund the very beginning of it. And we owe a big debt of gratitude to Tom and the county. Thank you very much. And now that we'll have a museum up here, we'll probably more or less become the de facto park headquarters. We'll be the only place with a flush toilet anyway. So, and running water.
Thank you.
But thank you, Tom. Thank you very much for doing that. And Harold, who has designed and redesigned and redesigned and redesigned our museum many, many times, to the probably consternation or worriment of Dave Brody, who is with Wilson Construction, who will be in charge of all that. Without funding and support from people like John Kawako, Stephanie Hall Long, Alicia with the county council, those kind of people have helped move this project forward, and I will be looking for more help from them, guys. Pay attention.
I'm listening.
This is going to be a great addition to not only this area, but people come from all over the state of Delaware and surrounding states to come here. And hopefully with the new museum, we're going to have new projects, new educational opportunities for everybody, and we're looking forward to finally getting this done. So we'll have you all back come the springtime, and we'll have a building to show you and welcome you to. I would like to go over this, as I said, probably sometime in August, give or take a few weeks one way or the other, the ground will actually be broken here. And at the same time, we're going to be able to redo, now we'll be able to move out of the old schoolhouse and redo that and restore it to exactly the way it looked when it was a black schoolhouse. And that is going to be one of the features of the new museum. We're actually going to be able to go in, we'll have the furniture, the blackboards, all those kinds of things there so that people can see what it was like. So we're looking forward to that being a great addition to the thing, that it won't be filled with dead animals and rocks anymore. We'll actually have, it'll look like a schoolhouse. Wilson Construction has presented us with, I think it's an appreciation of Wilson Construction, and this will be displayed in the new museum as a groundbreaking here today. I thank the News Journal and the Newark Post for coming here and covering this. We expect to see everybody's picture tomorrow morning in the paper.
Next Tuesday. Next Tuesday.
Without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to Michael James, the president of the Delaware Academy of Science, and let Michael say a few words, and then they can all take a shovel of dirt and throw it in the air or something. Thank you.
We want to thank everybody for showing up. As you can imagine, it was a very happy, monumentous occasion for us. When I took the reins of the organization about 5 years ago, one of the things that we saw was that we had this project that I know you can attest to has been on the books for quite some time. The advantage we had was we have a very dynamic group of board members, our membership, certainly our friends and supporters, many of whom you see here, and others who are behind the scenes right now who just helped to get us to this place. We are very excited because this is going to be much more than just a building. This is going to be a new business, a new organization, because once this facility is erected, and as John mentioned, we will then have the ability to restore schoolhouse number 1 and 12C. We're pretty much sitting on a gem, because if you don't know, this schoolhouse is one of the ones that is in its most original state in the area. As you may know, DuPont built 109 schoolhouses, and of those, ours is the best. Even more importantly, however, is as this facility is built, we're looking for it to be kind of a cornerstone of activities, educational programs, and definitely want to align ourselves with the schools in the area. One of our board members is Freeman Williams, the superintendent of the Christina School District, and we've been working with him quite heavily to see how we can leverage what we have here to assist in the school programs, the educational programs. One of the things we're also going to do that's going to make us very unique, since we're kind of the only Iron Hill schoolhouse of this size and this type in the nation, we're developing web programs so that any school in the nation and around the world through the use of the internet will be able to participate in live programs. They'll be able to see the schoolhouse, they'll be able to see the grounds. And we hope with the assistance of Superintendent Williams and some other relationships we're developing, that kids in other states can actually have a part of their curriculum. They'll sit at their desks, they'll sit in front of their computers, and they'll actually get tours of the facility. These are just one of the many programs that we are developing. Maureen Zebra, who is our current director, has been working tirelessly over the past several months with developing new programs, and we are using as our models programs from other academies of science around the nation. California Academy of Science, New York Academy of Science. We're looking at what they are doing well, and we're going to replicate that. We don't want to reinvent the wheel, but we want to provide this area and this region with a facility and with a series of programs through interacting with members of the community, our membership, and as I mentioned, our supporters and patrons to kind of get us going. As you know, and my mom didn't raise a fool. I'm not going to pretend that I know what it's like to have a child, but I've heard stories. It's overrated. And so having a child, relatively speaking, is the easy part. Getting that sucker up to 18 years and getting him out of your home, that's the tough part. So that's what I hear anyway.
Hold up, dude. Pick it up, yeah, hold up.
Throw to John, right?
Yeah, right over there, John.
You gonna count? What are you gonna do?
Alrighty, everybody getting plenty of pictures and video.
Oh yeah.
Smile gang.
1, 3.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. On 3, we're going to toss it out.
1, 2,
3.
Alright. Thank you.
All right, good work.
Thanks for coming, everyone.
Thank you very, very much.
You had the height. You had the height.
Thank you.
This is awesome.